So, Gargoyles has been re-released through Disney Plus. Previously, it was on iTunes, but you had to buy it one episode at a time. A monthly subscription service does sound more economical for catching up on the whole series. And it's easier to track demand if you see how often the series is being played, which Disney now can. If enough people play it enough times without looking like they're trying to artificially inflate the numbers, like, say, a weekly binge session instead of just constantly having the TV on it, then, well, who knows? Disney's made it very clear with their live-action sequels that they are not at all interested in 2D animation, as opposed to simply expressing that they don't think it's profitable with their CG animation and the way that The Princess and the Frog didn't quite pan out. Yeah. So there's a lot of places to start. Let's just focus on the comics for now. Marvel has been bought by Disney, and so they wouldn't have to license it before, like they did before, and they. Well, Marvel has an interesting history with Gargoyles. I don't think they received any notes from Greg Weisman, but it was supposed to be a tie-in series to Gargoyles called Gargoyles. There were some interesting things, like featuring clones first, or the winged female that the trio fights over, who seems to be most in it with Broadway. That happened in the Marvel comics before it happened in the second season. Yeah. The Disney buying Marvel is actually kind of ironic in this context. So, if we got the old series back, we would get it back through this. We would get it back through we would get it back in comic form, which is it's just basically storyboards. It's same basic medium, except storyboards are a lot more uniformly square with a single text underneath the image. But still, based on what we got from Slave Labor Graphics, to follow up after the Manhattan Clan returned to their ancestral home, that would work. Just finish out all the notes on Season 3, and maybe you can make a motion comic out of it. However, that would only happen with sufficient demand. And what I think a lot of people want, based on comments I've seen, is a return to form with the original style and the original seemingly everything. And here's the big problem with that. It's not just a post 9/11 world anymore. It's post 9/11, post 2008, post Tea Party, post Obama, post 2016 world now. Gargoyles takes place in an era currently built commercially for nostalgia. One more reason Disney should release those finishing comics. But animation is more digital now. The very technology has left Gargoyles behind. At least the old style. Seriously, look at Legend of Korra. Look at the fights. Look at the hard magic. Look just at the Sotomobiles. Just the speed of how they move across the screen. The fluidness and consistency. Tech has moved along. So I really support, ultimately, Jordan Peele's reboot. Give the comic sequel a couple years, and give him all the notes so he knows what to work with. But give him a reboot. In this era of hate for profit and lack of a singular reality, for better word, for people to agree on, I think someone with socially focused humor would do a great job with this series. Anyway, gotta wrap it up now. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and yes, in fact, make the live-action Sword of the Stone about this King Arthur. That would be so awesome. Take care.